Good morning. I'm at Lowe's for the Garden Center Tour 2026. Happy New Year. Let's go in and see what they have. So I just had the pleasure of meeting Gail, who is the leader here at the Lowe's Garden Center, and she was telling me about the grapes here. Always plant them 10 feet apart. I did not know that they had to be that far apart. And always get two so they can pollinate each other, and make sure that you fertilize them. And here we have some figs. They're called Chicago figs. I don't know that brand. Let me know if you have figs or, you know, what kind of fruits that you have planted. I need to fertilize my figs, which the horse manure will be good for that. And then we have some blueberries here and some raspberries. And I have 2 blueberries, and I just picked up some fertilizer for them. They really love the acid, the blueberries, so that's really important. And this works really well for me here. So here, as we are walking in, we have the beautiful monstera plants. Look at all that variegation. And they have these holes in them, which come as the plant matures. And if you ever wondered why variegated plants take a bit longer to grow, it's because, you know, the colored sections or the white sections, they have a reduced ability to photosynthesize, so that's why it takes a little bit longer for them to grow. We have some Dieffenbachias here. Look at those. So I had to come outside. They're pressure washing something inside. Look at this beautiful President hibiscus. So many pretty colors. Yellow. We got some pink ones. Just spectacular, aren't they? Look at the snapdragons out here. So pretty. And they come in all colors, reds, purples, lavender color. But I only see them here in like this beautiful pale pink. Look at that. The little yellow in the middle. And these are $16.98. Look at the little violas here right behind the snapdragons. Aren't they so pretty? You get 8 of them. They're in these little carry-away containers, which I always like, for $13.98. And they have them in the deep purple and the lavender with the yellow, and then they have the yellow and the purple. Look at that. So I'm back inside, and look at this beautiful Dracaena plant. They're asking $16.98. Look at this red against the green in the background. Now Dracaenas are a little bit finicky, at least for me. I've found they need light, but more diffused light. If they get too much sun, the leaves scorch. They're very sensitive to fluoride and chlorine in the water. So I have not been lucky with Dracaenas, but they're spectacular. So here's another Dracaena, a Colorama Dracaena, which grows, you know, quite tall. There's 2 of them here in this 1.72 gallon pot for $16.98. And these make great accent pieces. And you can plant something on the bottom around. Very pretty. It's like an orangey red. So here we have a desert rose. Such a unique plant. Look at these beautiful blooms. This one is a little spent, but it'll give you an idea of how they look when they're open. And they will come in a few different shades of pink and almost purple. And the desert rose is part of the Lowe's plant collection here, and they're asking $24.98. And it's actually a succulent, so it keeps the water in the tree trunk and in the leaves. So you want to add, you know, like cactus soil well-draining soil they will do the best in. So they have lots of Silverado sage or Texas sage, and I don't know if you can see this, but it has a silvery foliage, and it has these beautiful purple pinkish little blossoms. Look at that. And they grow about 6 feet tall, so you can use them maybe for a small little hedge or border. And they're so very drought tolerant. This is really nice. And they are asking $16.98. So here we have a trailing epiprenum plant, and they are known for their fast ability to adapting, you know, to growing situations. They grow quite fast. They have these beautiful heart-shaped leaves. Often they're variegated. This one's not. Yeah, and outdoors this trailing vine can grow up to, I think, like 35 or 40 feet. It's crazy. And they are asking, let's see if we can find a price on this. $16.98 for this container. Look, you can just hang this up. Okay, so I had to come inside. The pressure washer is following me. So here we have another trailing plant. This is the prayer plant. Look how beautiful these leaves look. And so you can see as the sun rises and sets, the plant will react. It will close up its leaves and open them again. And so when you see these here, they look like little hens, and as we fold them when we pray, that's how the plant got its name. And this plant likes moisture, so if you can spray it maybe once a day, and it likes moist soil but not too wet, you know, that's always the question. Do you have enough or not? And these are non-toxic to humans and pets. So I'm taking the prayer plant home with me. It's the only one they have. And then I found a dog tail cactus, which is a pretty amazing plant. I have a girlfriend who has one, and they grow up to 10 feet tall with the trailing. Isn't it amazing? And obviously they remind us of little dog tails. And this plant is also known as the Queen of the Night because she will produce amazing white, beautiful flowers that are very fragrant. But they only open in the night, and then they close by the morning. And they are asking $21.98. So we have some snapdragons here on sale in the clearance department. They were $1.98 and now they're half of that. They have no blossoms, so you have to be patient with the colors. Look what I found. The desert rose that I showed you earlier is on sale here for half off, $24.98, so 12 something. And I'm sure you can nurture this back to life. They're pretty sturdy. Look what else I found. I've never seen a terracotta pot in such a shape and size. Isn't that cute? I'm gonna get this, and there's so many different varieties of succulents in here. And they're asking $7.98, which is actually a good deal because if you would buy them separately, it would be a lot more. And here's another succulent that I think is so unique. Stone Faces is the name. Look at the variegation there on top. And then I have another one. This is the Sempervivum Calcereum. Beautiful purple tips on the top. And they, like cacti, keep their water in the leaves and in their root system. And so we want to make sure that they are in good draining soil. So cactus soil is perfect, you know, add some stones and everything just to make sure, you know, that they're not sitting in their water. Also, we have some flax lilies here. These are beautiful for borders or for containers. And you can just bundle them up and they have, make beautiful accent pieces, I think. And they're good between zones 8 and 11. And I've found that if I leave the leaves on, because when it gets too cold, the leaves will die. But if I leave the leaves on and only cut them back in the spring, the crown usually comes back, even if the frost will kill the leaves. So, and they have these beautiful purple little blooms. I don't know if you can see this. Can you see this here in the picture? And above the lilies, we have the foxtail fern. Oh, I think my pressure cleaning guy is back. And this is such a pretty little plant, I think, but they are poison. They carry, in the late spring and early summer, they carry beautiful red berries. So be mindful of that if you have animals. And not all ferns are poison, so if you like the plants that are, you know, in the fern family, then just, we always have to do our research, right? And they're asking $8.98 for these containers here. And here we come around to the tulips. I'm a big tulip fan, you know, growing up in Europe. And of course, Holland is the biggest tulip expert. They have in the Keukenhof gardens from like mid-April to early May, big displays that you can just walk through. It's just incredible. If you like tulips, if you're a gardener or just need some peace of mind to walk through these tulips fields, it's just incredible. So definitely put that on your list. So, and remember, when you plant your own tulips, they need that cold snap period. Otherwise, that biochemical process will not spark. And you can buy here for $6.98. You get 6 bulbs. We call them tulip onions at home in Europe. So, and here outside we have many beautiful different roses. We have True Bliss, a True Passion, True Spirit. Look at that yellow one. True Joy. And they're asking $19.98 for these here. Oh my God, look at this one. Such Florida sunset colors, or sunset, I guess, anywhere in the world. Florida Bunda Rose. And now these red ones here are hybrid ones, which means that, you know, the rose was crossed with 2 different parent species to combine, you know, for new looks or better disease resistance, more vibrant colors, better hardiness. So that's what hybrid means. And it will tell you always on the, right here on the tag, it always says hybrid. And see here, it doesn't say that. Here we have a pink variety, a hybrid tea shrub. And so then they have some cut roses here in the back, which is really nice if you want to, you know, have a vase inside your home or bring some flowers to your friends. And it will say that on here, see cut rose, and these are $16.98. I actually have this one, the cherry parfait, in my garden. Mine is quite tall. It's about 5 feet tall, I would say. And they're nice for borders as well. And when you buy these roots, for sure look if the plant has, you know, spots, whether they're yellow or dark or if there's white spots on there, any diseases that could impact the growth of your rose. Because we want to make sure we bring not only the healthiest plant home, the healthiest root home, but we also want to make sure that we don't bring any diseases into our existing gardens. So I think that'll be a nice spot for my prayer plant. So yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for spending the time with me, and don't forget to leave me in the comments, you know, what your thoughts are on planting certain trees and vegetables and everything, because I have so much to learn. So bye, I'll see you soon.